Greetings, entrepreneurs. My name is Michelle Raleigh, better known as AKA the Savvypreneur, and I'm here to help solopreneurs to level up in their business so they can grow a business that they love. So, what I want to talk to you about today is crushing your 2020 social media marketing goals. Now, the first thing that you need, as with anything as being in business, is a plan. So, the first thing you want to do is you want to plan out your content. You want to make sure that you are creating content that your target audience needs, because you don't want to be wasting time, energy, or even resources creating something that your target audience does not need. Now, I say three things are a criteria. What type of content are you creating? Are you creating content that educates? Are you creating content that inspires, or are you creating content that entertains? So when you know what type of content it is that you are creating, it helps you to better hone in and stay focused instead of being all over the place. So do your research and find out really what it is that your target audience needs at this stage in their life or in their journey, so you can start creating content. So this way, when you put it out on your social media channels, on your website, blog posts, podcasts, then they'll be able to find you because what you're talking about is resonating with what they are already going through. Now, the second part of that is choose the social media platforms that you are going to put your content out on. So this gives you a better idea. Instead of you being scattered, you know exactly what platforms and the content that you're creating, which type of content basically does better on that type of platform. For instance, we know with Instagram, pictures and photos are popular. I mean, we also do videos, but things change over the time. And you as an entrepreneur needs to know what changes, so this way you can make and create your content so it can do better on those type of platforms. So the next part of that is scheduling out your content. You want to make sure that when you're creating your content, you're created in buckets of maybe 3 to 4 weeks out. So this way you're not overwhelmed. You're not trying to create posts each and every day. You're coming up with a strategy so you are working smarter and not harder. Because you as an entrepreneur, you want to be productive, but not just busy, right? So the next thing with that, and this is what I tell entrepreneurs because it is so important. You have to check your data. Don't just post on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and you're not going back and looking to see what content is getting more engagement, what content is getting more views and likes, because that's kind of your clue on what it is that your audience needs. Even look at the comments and pay attention to it. Ask questions, thank people for coming and commenting on your platforms. I think the thing that really peeves me is when I see an entrepreneur or a freelancer or whoever that is, when they have all this engagement, but they don't engage back. Now, I know that sometimes, you may have a lot of followers and it's like not feasible or it's not time consuming for you to be able to go back and do all of that commenting back on those posts. But the whole thing about it is you want to make sure that you are at least commenting for, I would say, maybe the first 30, 40 people. That doesn't take a lot of time just to say thank you. Is there more content that you would like to see from my channel? So this way it can give you a clue about what type of content so that you can continue to create for them. And then the next thing about that is building your email list. Are you creating content, but you're not calling none of your followers to action? You're not creating any type of e-guides, checklists, or downloads, because you always want to be in the process of continuing to bring people on your email list that are engaged. So with every post, or maybe even with a podcast, you can drive your listeners to maybe a landing page or where they can sign up for a checklist or whatever that is. And that way you can get more people on your email list. But here is one thing that I want to say to you entrepreneurs out there. Please don't just leave people on your email list. Make sure that you are engaging with them. Make sure that you are following up with them. Make sure that you already have maybe a campaign of emails already set out for that specific type of social media campaign. If you know that your content is going to be spread out over the month and it is basically talking about social media or whatever that is you want to talk about within your content, then you're going to make sure that you have your call to actions. You're going to make sure that you have your social media posts, memes, gifs, and then now and then you can pop on organically and just give some content that is not, maybe scheduled out. But that's just you showing up in an authentic way, and it's not scheduled content. But the whole thing about it is you want to make sure within that time frame that you have maybe 4 to 6, 8, I don't know, you have to decide, emails already ready to go. So this way you can drip them out to your, subscriber list. So with that being said, I want to say this also. Make sure that when you are dripping out that content, that you are doing it in a way where you're not overwhelming your target audience. And what is the goal? Let me just say that. Let me just say, what is the goal of your content? Now, in the beginning, I said, okay, is it to educate? Is it to inspire? Or is it to entertain? But somewhere along that, are you leading them through your sales funnel? Is your content bringing them to maybe later on within that journey purchase a course, a product, a service? So you have to understand and know that at some point I'm going to introduce to my target audience, to those on my email list, this product that is coming, this, service that is coming soon, because now I can basically let them know there's something for them to be waiting for. There's something that I'm going to offer them as they take this journey along with you in your business. So one thing I say about that is always be prepared, have a game plan, because going into 2020, you don't want to continue to repeat the things that you've done in 2019, only unless they have been successful. We want to always duplicate processes and systems that have worked in our business so we don't have to recreate the wheel. So with that being said, I'm going to recap this video. The first thing you need to know is plan out your content. Once you plan out your content, you want to know, is that content basically, is it educating them? Is it inspiring them? Is it basically entertaining them? So this way you can go ahead and start gathering your content, gathering your photos, gathering all of your material. So this way, when you sit down, you're sitting down with a focused view. You already know what it is that you're going to basically say, because you have that, I would say, that tunnel vision. You're not veering off over here. You're basically looking straight ahead and saying, wow, this is much easier. And then you can break that content down into smaller pieces where you can repurpose it. You can make quotes from it. You can make memes from it. You can make GIFs from it. I mean, it's so much that you can do with that content. But I would say always be calling your target audience to take some type of action. Now, because I practice what I preach, in this video also, I want to extend to you my social media toolkit that you will find in the description below. So this way you can now up your social media game with tools and strategies to help you level up in your business. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, share, and make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can get more videos from me and be notified when I upload. So thank you for watching, and I'll be with you on the next video. Bye-bye.